Friends, how are you? My name is Nixon, and in this video I would like to give an introduction to the Micro Cube Roland amp. So this is a guitar amplifier. As you can see, this is very tiny, but don't let the size fool you. This thing is very nice. So this is not mine. It is my friend, so he was lucky enough to go to the US and purchase this one and come with it with him so that he can use. It was a used one, and the new after this one Roland produced or manufactured the next. They call the Micro Cube GX, if I'm not mistaken. This is only Micro Cube, so the other is Micro Cube GX. So I wanted to just say a little few things because why this amp is very nice. As I said before, it is very tiny, very small, so you can put this in your backpack. Yesterday when I was picking it from my friend, he was having it in a backpack, so it's very tiny. I think it weighs around, I'm not really sure, but something like 2 kilograms, something like that, 2 or 3 kilograms, something about that. I have not measured it, but it is very small. It is the size of a lunch box, as you can see. Very small. You can even lift it using your little finger. So the important thing that I wanted to say on this, that this amplifier is two-way in terms of power, which means that you can use it using 6 AA batteries, which you put inside there. And according to the writings from Roland, they say you can use approximately up to 20 hours using the batteries, just AA batteries, 6 of them. Otherwise, you can use a normal power from the socket, from your wall socket, that is DC in, but you need an adapter. And this is where I want to stress, because so an adapter could be something like this. So this one has here in many countries in Africa, I think. I'm not sure about many countries, but for example, here in my country, Tanzania, we use the 240 volt power from the socket. So I'm sure in the US they use the 120 volt, around 110, 120 volt. So if you are using it in America, the adapters could be straightforward because they are just 120 and goes straight to here, to the DC in. But for my country, our power is not 120, it's 240, so it's twice the amount of volts. So you need an adapter like this to use this thing, and you can't connect it direct to the wall socket because it has a special kind of DC in here for connection, which you use it using these adapters. So as you can see, there is a single like wire inside here where you connect this one like this, and this one, it uses 9 volts. So this is where I want to stress, because you don't want to damage your amp. So in my country, for example, I will go to the settings of this adapter. So I think you can see here or read, this one is 117 volts, and this one is 230 volts AC. So this one converts the AC power that goes through these wires and converts them through the transformer inside to give out the so-called DC, the direct current, like that one which comes from the battery. So so if I'm in my country where I'm using from 220 to 2 volts, I will select, if you can see the arrow here, I will select the arrow to be 230 volts. Here you see the yellow arrow. Okay, so when I come here, there is a polarity. I'm sure you can see here, there is a polarity here. So there is this sign and this sign. So you have to check how your amp, so this applies for other amps which goes with the DC in. So if you look closely here, you see these symbols here, which corresponds to those which are in the adapter. So like for mine, I'm using on this symbol, which is negative, negative here. I hope you can see it is negative. So that is second thing. The third one is to set the amount of volts that your equipment needs. For my amp here, this is 9 volts. So I will go and put the yellow arrow to go to the 9 volt here. So if my amp, for example, is using 12 volts, then I will rotate this one to point to 12 volts. So if you go to 12 while it is rated 9, that power will be too much. You might end up damaging your amplifier. If you go to 7.5 instead of 9, you may damage, or your amplifier won't work because the amount of power that you're supplying is too little. So I wanted to stress that to my friends, so that they know what to do once you have an amplifier like this, or a pedal, a guitar pedal, or any device that does not use the direct power from the wall socket, say, or maybe the power extension, and it needs a special adapter like this. So as you can see, this one has these different adapters, also this one. So this one, they go straight, they are not rated, so you can just connect them straight. If you are using an applicant, I mean, if you are using something that use just 100 220 volts, for that case, which goes straight to these adapters. But if you have something which is rated like this, maybe 1.5, 3, 4.5, or 6, or 7.5, or 9, or 12, you have to set the amount of power that you need for your arm. So I was trying yesterday before the power went away, so I used this one. So you have to make sure that it fits and it snaps in. So this snaps in, and this one as well. And I can't use this one or this one because it is like a wire straight, like the one which is inside. So I wanted to stress this one so that you don't damage your equipment. It can be an amplifier like this, or it can be a guitar pedal or something like that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be demonstrating this amplifier soon, as my power, our power will be back, because I haven't bought the batteries and our power is gone. So for countries like mine, sometimes we have power fractionation, so like this time we don't have power, so you have to use batteries. But also batteries come in handy if you are going to bask, or maybe in a picnic somewhere away from home or away from the normal power, so you need the batteries. Otherwise, this amplifier has a lot of effects, as you can see from here, a lot of effects. You have a tuning fork also for tuning. You have tone effects, like you can see flanger, feather, phasor, delay or reverb, and the different modification here, which we will be talking in the next video. Otherwise, on this side you have the record out or phones, you have the auxiliary in. So this one can be used if you have an iPod, an iPad, or maybe your normal phone. You can connect here so that you can use this as an external speaker, and you can connect, say, a guitar or something else here that you can jam with. Otherwise, it is a very nice amp. I tried it yesterday. It is very nice. I've never seen something like this. Now I understand why some people say this could be one of the best small amps on the planet, and I agree with them. My dream amp with Roland is the Roland Street Cube EX. I'm saving up, one day I will buy that one. For my friends in Africa, it is very expensive shipping something as a tiny as this. Normally for my country, it depends on which type of shipper you are using, but normally the prices are like two times or sometimes 3 times the price of the item itself. So if you add the taxes and the duties, it's very expensive. That's why my friend was lucky enough to buy this one in America and come straight with it, so he didn't have to pay the shipping and the likes. Otherwise, thank you guys. I'll see you next time when I review this thing. Bye.